series, but in this video we're going to go over laziness. In your Yahoo, which is Jeremiah chapter 48, verse 10, cursed is he who is slack in doing the work of, and we have the name of God right there, and cursed is he who withholds his sword from blood. As we go to slack, the definition, not taut or held tightly in position, loose. Also, there are many more others, but for this one, we're going to choose a spell of inactivity or laziness. Now, when you look at church leaders, do they look a little loose? Do they look a little lacking, like they're lacking something, like they're slacking at something? Do they look a little lazy? Look at their bodies, their appearance. All that is going to be taken into account because you're in that position, and you have to be glorifying God in that position as well. A spiritual leader who is unwilling to perform the duties of their calling, by procrastination, avoiding difficult tasks, neglecting spiritual disciplines like prayer and study, failing to equip the congregation for service, or prioritizing personal comfort over ministry. These are all good examples of a lazy ministry person, all right? So, this verse is key. And also, if you go to Hebrews 4 verse 12, it talks about how the word of God is alive and active, sharper than any double-edged sword. So, for this, using your sword, all right? You have to be willing to do that. Use the word of God. Don't be lazy. Proverbs chapter 26, verse 13, the lazy one says, there is a lion in the way. A fierce lion is in the streets. As a door turns on its hinges, so does the lazy one turn on his bed. The lazy one buries his hand in a dish and tires him to bring it back to his mouth. The lazy one is wiser in his own eyes than 7 rendering advice. If you want to know all about laziness, check out Bethel the demon. And for some, if they don't want to put the food to their mouth, they'll have someone bring it to them. In Ecclesiastes chapter 10 verse 18, because of laziness the framework tumbles, and through idleness of hands the house leaks. When we look at tumble, it's a lot of definitions you can look up, but it typically means of a person to fall suddenly or clumsily. And then with idleness we have laziness and indolence. Good examples: if you're lazy, it may be harder to walk and stand upright and easier to fall over. And if you don't do something about something that needs to be fixed, just being lazy, the house will leak. In Matthew chapter 25 verse 26, and his master answering said to him, you wicked and lazy servant, you knew that I reap where I have not sown, and gather where I have not scattered seed. In 2 Thessalonians chapter 3 verse 11, for we hear of some among you walking disorderly, not working at all, but are busybodies. In Hebrews chapter 6 verse 12, in order that you do not become sluggish, but imitate those who through belief and patience inherit the promises.
Working at a total stranger's house completely for free,